Hey guys, how is it going? I just started to take apart the interior. I've removed the front seat after 1.5 hours of banging on it and heating it and spraying it with stuff to get it loose. It was pretty rusted over here. I managed to break the seat, so I need to weld it back on, but this seat is pretty busted, so there will be some work to it. So I thought I'd take you along the ride and remove the interior and clean it up, see what we can find. It's full of junk, but we will see. So let's take the door boards off first, and after that I will remove the front seat, the passenger seat, and the rubber mats. So let's get to it. I've already had this door panel off one time because I had to fix the window, so it's just clipped in place. I'm not sure if I can find another interior that's in better shape, because this has some damage to it on all of the parts. So I will see if I can find something, or maybe just use some fabric and some glue and put something on it, or something else. This door has also a pretty big bend in it. That's why I can't lower the window enough. So maybe we try to undent it, so to say. I'm not sure, but maybe I can find other doors for it, because the other one on the other side is also damaged. But first I want to get the car in working order, and after that I can still change the doors. So I think I have all of the screws removed. So yeah, it's pretty much gone, the bottom half, as you can see. I show you the dent. I'm not sure if you can see it, but here's a pretty big dent. sure if I can get to it from here. Let me check if... yeah, there it is. It hits the window on that brace. You can see the markings on there. I try to push that out. So let's try it. Better now? It's a bit more. Let me check from the other side. I need to get a long stick or something just to get in there and try to push it out of the way. Let me check from the other side first. Let's see if it helps. It's just some PTFE lube. So I think that's good enough for now. Let's go on with the front passenger seat now. I put you over on the other side and clean up over here. Put the stuff in the box. Yeah, this seat is also pretty busted, but I think I could try to sew it back together, clean it up a bit, because the stitching line is still there. Also over here. That would be a nice little project. I'm not sure if this side has a safety catch also, like the other side had. At least that side moves easier. Sorry for the sun, guys, but there's not much that I can do with it. The bottom looks quite okay to me. So now I show you the mess that I see. I have to vacuum this out before I do anything to it. So there is a bunch of crap and dust and junk all over under seats. So all chocolate paper, the jack, and other stuff. What's this paper? Warranty for the battery, which was purchased in, let me check, it's not even filled out, so who knows. Okay, let's clean it up and we will go from there. I also want to remove the dashboard because it needs a good cleanup and I have to check some wiring. I'm not sure if I should remove the bottom half of the dashboard first and then the floor mats. I have to take a look. So let me remove these belts. You don't need to see that, I think. It's just unscrewing a bunch of screws. The seat belts are out. Let me clean this up with a vacuum and a brush, and we will see how it looks after that. So not quite sure how this one comes out. Maybe it's just put in place. I don't want to break anything. So let me get in. So just like that. Oh man, look at that. The loose wire. That's nasty. Let me bring you a bit closer so we can see. Wow. There's a pretty big hole in the footwell. So obviously I don't want to do a full restoration on this, but it would be nice to get rid of all the holes and fix the rust spots. I quite like the look of the whole car as it is, It shows some history, and I want to have something that I don't treasure so much, that I'm not using it. So now you can see a better view from the rust that's underneath here. Some rust spots over there, also here. So let me grab the vacuum again and clean it up. There is a really bad spot. It's pretty rusty. There and over there. I think I need to cut out this whole piece. Maybe that can be saved, I'm not sure. I've cleaned it up with a vacuum cleaner and a bit of brake cleaner. It came out decent, I would say. Anything that you can see that's black, that's mostly rust. In the corners over there. I've cleaned up the back. Also the headliner looks a bit nicer. Here the middle is very clean, as you can see. And also the passenger side front is very clean. But again, on that side it's not that good. And over there you can see light shining through. I will put the rubber mat back in and clean up the door boards and the seats a bit and put them back in, because I have no place to store them really. The dashboard is out. Next I'm going to vacuum this box and all those places. Also blast it with an air gun, and after that I can remove the heater box and look after the wiring if I can see any major problems. I've tested a couple of things, everything looks like it works, but I just don't like how some of these wires are routed and electrical cable used. So I need to tidy this up a bit. Other than that, everything needs just a good cleanup and it can go back together. So let me clean this up. Yeah, over here. There's one for the duct, and right under it is another one which holds the box to the body. That connects to the hose, and the screw is right underneath that. I think this heater box was already taken out once because some of the mounts are broken. But I will take a look inside, clean it up, flush the heater core, since I'm already in this whole thing. It's a good idea to clean out these vents where the fresh air comes in, because all the dirt that's in here is going to sucked up by the fan and blown into the interior or in your face. I also going to lube up the windscreen wiper just to get it out of the way. As you see, I blown into the hoses because there's no, the hoses in the back are not connected to anything, so I can make sure to blow out the old nasty coolant and that I get minimal drippage in the cabin. So let me take a brush and my dust mask and clean this mess out. I'm probably also going to, just with a wet cloth, swipe everything down. So I just took apart the heater box, and it looks like somebody some time ago changed already the fan, so I'm not gonna bother removing it. I just clean it up, wash this out. Hello puppy, wanna play? Yep. Wait a second. So this is the heater core. Let me take a second. This side is just dusty, not too bad, but the other side, oh yes, look at that. It's not much heating left in that car, I think. So let me clean this up and I'll bring you back when I'm finished with that. So it's the next day. I washed out the radiator. It's nice and clean again. And I also got some foam strip which has glue on one side, and started to replace the foam on this pedal thing. Here are the old ones. They are very brittle and all the edges were already screwed up, so this was the perfect time to change them. I need to take this one also out and do the same. I think I need to take these out, and there are also two pins, one over here and one on this side, which I need to take out somehow. There are some tabs which I need to push out to get those out. So let me do that. I'm not sure if this is enough or I think that's enough. That's the difficult part. This is the pin on this side. Now to the other side, which is this arm. Now I can remove this part. So, not sure if you can see, but the foam is very brittle. All the tabs are still there. And the other side. Now I just need to cut all the pieces and glue them back on. Something like this. And now I just line it up and push it through the holes. Just make sure all the tabs are in their place. Looks good. A little clean up on the edges with a sanding block. So let me do that 3 more times. Moves great. Now I need this plug on this side. Tappy tap tap. And the other one goes like, the cable comes from here, so this needs to be in a vertical position. Now for this side, this needs to go not that way, like so. And there are some points which I'm missing one. I think there was just 3 in there, so something like this that has an R on it. So that goes on the right side, like so. Let me put this over here. And a bit of lube. So now it can go back together. I guess this is the top part. I'm not sure what the purpose of this piece is, but that was in like so, so I leave it there. The foam is still pretty good, it seals up nicely. They probably replaced the blower motor before, so I don't need to worry about that, and I checked that it works. So okay, what was this? The flappy thing that holds the... Which side was it? Here maybe? Yeah, of course. Stay. So let's try it again. Something like this. There were 2 screws over here and just some clips that go on here to hold the box together. So I'm not quite sure. I have a few more screws, but I don't remember where they went. I might need to take a look at the video. But I think they hold the box together. Yeah, it's for the backing plate that goes on here. Yes. So let me get those clips on. So all the clips are back on. I think this backing plate was just used on the pickup one, because I think this is the place where the heat goes to the back passengers. I guess so. Anyhow, we just have this, and those are the screws for it. And I think this cover slides onto there. Like so. But I think I need to first attach the cables back. I marked them with a black Sharpie, so this goes in here. I'm not entirely sure if this is the closed position, and then it opens. Yes, something like that. This is all the way open. And that's closed. Open, close. And the other cable goes through here. Which is the top one that's closed. It's closed this way. And open should be all the way there. And they need to cross each other somewhere. I'll figure it out when I get it back in the car. Let's go back out and put it in the car. I also cleaned up the wiring, checked if everything goes to the right place, removed some relays which were connected to the high and low beam switch, cleaned up the switch from inside so it works again. I've also removed the fog lights because they are ugly and I don't like them. And also I greased up the windscreen wipers, all the joints and everything, so that's ready to go. Let me grab the heating box and put everything back inside. So I'm still not quite sure what to do with the interior. I think I put everything back in, and if I find new seats or new floor mats and maybe a new dash, I'll replace it. But for now I just want to check everything, that the whole car don't burn down, and it looks promising so far. So I just taped down the emergency brake cable with some duct tape, and now the carpet can go back. The cover for the handbrake and the gear lever. This is the middle piece that goes between the seats. I just cleaned them with some soapy water. I may need to pressure wash it when all the welding is done, but for now it's clean enough. That needs to go before the dashboard goes back in. Hopefully I can get it in there without breaking anything. I might have to remove this padding. It would be nice to have a closed glove box, but that goes in here. But for now I just reattach the original one. Hopefully this works. If not, I have to get a new one. There are some broken traces which I tried to solder, and the tabs are broken off as well. So we will see if everything works as it should. let's connect the battery and check if everything works. Let's see if the wipers work. Yep. Turn signal. Okay. High beam, low beam. Not sure if you can see something, but it works. The fuel gauge works too. And the blower. Horn. Horn works too. So I guess we can reattach the steering wheel, the cover that goes down here, and put the seats back in, and also the old door panels. So the seats are back in. I fixed the seat with some duct tape, which is good enough for now. I also welded the seat base. I replaced the rubber pads on the pedals. That's the new shift knob I found. The radio did not work, so that's just a placeholder for now. But other than that, I'm quite happy how it cleaned up. And if we get the engine running or fixed everything back there, then we can go for a test drive. That said, I don't know anything about the brakes, so I need to check on those. And also the state of the transmission is unknown, so we have to check that one out too. So that's it for now. Thanks a lot for watching, guys, and see you next time. Bye.